All right. Well, let's finish this draft. Mike Fisher is a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we currently do not have a first-round pick because of it. Calgary selects Ricard Raquel. Rangers take Josh Manson. Phoenix Coyotes select Oscar Klefbom. That brings up Chicago. And we're not trading with Chicago. I got my eyes on like Boone Jenner or Philip Deno. So Chicago takes Sven Berchke. Actually ended up being pretty good. Montreal takes Connor Murphy. Nashville takes Louis. So we're looking at New Jersey or Vancouver if we're going to be able to trade back up into this round. Devils don't want to make a deal. Do the Canucks. Zaros and Hodgson, Dolan, Barbario, Nyquist. It's just not worth it. The price is wrong. New Jersey takes Rammer. Let's go talk to Washington because I could still get one of the two guys that I want. The Stanley Cup champion Capitals. Martinez, Dumoulin, Brennan, Oland and Brennan, Mazzaros and Brennan, Brody and Alsner. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So Vancouver takes Philip Dano. And Washington, we'll see who the Cup champs selected. They went for Boone Jenner. Okay. Well, do we have any reason to trade up? Dylan DeMello, Ryan Murphy, J.G. Pajot, Jamie Alexiak, Victor Rask, Barclay Goodrow. I mean, there's still some names. But when is our first pick? Much further down than I was hoping. I mean, I still think we'll be somewhat in the money for people that are half decent. Is that Andrew Shaw? It is. John Gibson. That might be our answer this year. Let's sim ahead. So Xavier Ouellet on his way to the Islanders. Nemesnikov to Atlanta. Blake Coleman goes to Detroit. Dzingel to Toronto. Yoel Armia to Minnesota. Nathan Beaulieu to Carolina. Barclay Goodrow to the Ducks. Victor Rask to the Coyotes. Let's see. Scott Mayfield to Minnesota. Adam Lowry and Jamie Alexiak to Edmonton. Pajot to Florida. Toby Reed to Buffalo. Ryan Murphy to Toronto. Dylan DeMello to the Islanders. And that's that for real dudes. The wallet, indeed. So we got Stefan Nason, Joel Edmondson, Joe Morrow. Can I trade this pick too? I don't have another one yet in this round, but can I trade this pick as well? Third and a fifth, two thirds from Carolina. It's pretty good. 2/3 from Dallas. Well, 2/3 if we just go for it. Call a timeout here. What would the Thrashers want for either of their two picks? Just if we were to trade down and then trade back up. Martinez, Nyquist, Domingue, Brody Domingue, 2/3. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I think I'm trading this pick because I mean, none of these guys are necessarily worth a second rounder. I very much have my eyes on Andrew Shaw, John Gibson, Nick Cousins, just to be a big piece of shit. Speaking of that, Jordan Binnington. Tomas Yercho's in this draft. Matt Pumple, Frankie Corrado, Ty Ratty. Josh Olivo is in this draft. Ryan Sproul. I was kind of wondering if there was Anybody else a bit further down? Okay, yeah, let's trade this pick. Gotta do it. It's not very exciting for a draft from a picks perspective, but 2/3 to Carolina for that selection. Hurricanes take Stefan Nason, fitting. Panthers get Edmondson. Thrashers take Joe Morrow and Klaus Dahlbeck. Leafs get Nikita Nesterov. Hawks get Scott Harrington. Blues take a generated dude named Hunter. So we got Shaw coming up within the next 4 picks in theory. Coyotes end up taking Blunden. Let's talk to the Devils. Let's talk to the Canucks. New Jersey. A 3rd and Grubauer. Or Grubauer and a 4th. I mean, if we're going to try to get John Gibson, we can afford to give up Grubauer. I just don't know if it's worth it for a high bottom 6 player. So I don't think it is, to be honest. Devils take Dmitry Askin. Mike Riley to the Canucks. And Washington selects Nick Seeler. When do we got to worry about John Gibson? Very soon. Boston, Anaheim. Let's talk. Let's talk. So with the Bruins, a 3rd in the signing rights to Kovalev, which is fine because we're not signing Alex Kovalev anyway. So that's a done deal. And in Anaheim, Ennison, Brennan, Alsner, and Gillies, a 3rd, and Hodgson a 5th. Fuck. Yeah, we're not doing that. All right, well, first pick of the 3rd round. And it simply has to be goaltender John Gibson. Medium starter at a 69 overall. We'll take that. You got Matt Nieto on his way to the Ducks. Andrew Shaw. God, he was a 73. Maybe it would have been worth it. He's on his way to the Islanders. We got a couple goalies in the system now. Not worried about either of those two. You got Sean Corrali, Nick Cousins. Got
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Marcus Granlund, Jyrki Jokipaka. And Bennington's coming up around pick 74. Not too worried about drafting Jordan Bennington. I gotta be honest. I think we'll just leave it as is. Let's see who's available when the pick comes up. So Matt Pumpel's on his way to Chicago. Frankie Corrado to Phoenix. Jonas Rodin. Johan Rodin, apparently. Thomas Yurcho on his way to the Wild. Jordan Bennington is a Sabre. Freddie Clayson to Minnesota. Travis Boyd to Carolina. Marcus Granlund to Carolina. Nick Cousins to Atlanta. Clendenning to the Sharks. Sean Corrali to Washington. Jyrki Jokipaka to Carolina. There you go. So who's available for us here? Ty Ratty. Andy Andreoff. Lucas Sedlak. Eero Pakarainen. Colin Blackwell. Shane Prince. Mika Salomaki. Scott Wilson. Oh, God. Logan Shaw. Rocco Grimaldi. It's a who's that? It's a real who's that of hockey. Laurent Brossois. Anton Forsberg. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not great. Not great. Magnus Hellberg. Garrett Sparks. To-do. Garrett Sparks. To-do. Luca Alessio. Former Portland Pirate. Lucas Alessio. That looks to be about it for the real names. Fair enough. Okay. Can we trade this pick? Oh, this was just not the draft to be in. 4th rounder, 5th rounder, 4th rounder and Lane McDermott, 4th rounder and Matt Pellick, Chad LaRose, 5th rounder and the signing rights to Jan Heda. Move back 1 spot to pick up the signing rights to Richard Bachman. God damn. A high 9 and Louis. I don't want him, though, because he's not real. Move back 2 spots. Pick up Zharkov. Trent Hunter. Yeah, I might as well just make the pick. I'm going to have to call timeout here, too. All right. Well, let's go for... Dude, I don't even know. It's rough. We could go for Rocco Grimaldi. I think going for 5'6" Rocco Grimaldi would be pretty fun. Ty Ratty obviously didn't live up to the hype. He was a much higher draft pick IRL. Could go for Mika Salomaki. Love me a Finn. Josh Levo. Ryan Spruill. Yeah, let's go for Short King Rocco Grimaldi. Why not? Medium bottom 6 Rocco Grimaldi. Fair. We'll take a look at the list afterwards. 4th round. Who's available to us here? Laurent Brossois. And if it's not him, it's Anton Forsberg. Well, we're taking goalies. I like real players in these flashback drafts. Yep, we're taking goalies. Welcome in, Laurent Brossois. Welcome in, buddy. Pick 175 towards the end of the 6th round. Oh, we got a Yakupov, but not the one that I want. Lucas Lesio. Welcome in, buddy. Low bottom 6. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, that was a draft of trades. Gibson, Grimaldi, Brossois, and Lesio. Not too insane, but I'll look back at the 1st round there, and we'll go to the 3rd round because that's around the time I started skipping ahead just to see where certain people ended up in case people are interested. Again, we got John Gibson and Rocco Grimaldi at that stage of the draft. 4th round, in case you somehow cared where Shane Prince ended up. Well, there you go. The answer's Boston. That was, of all of the drafts, yeah, Jay Bennington is a generated center. Just coincidentally in the same draft that houses Jordan Bennington. So, weird coincidence. Very, very weird coincidence. Okay. Well. My menu is broken. I literally can't hit a button. Oh, okay. I can hit save and exit. Cool. See if I can load back into it. Okay. Looks like we're fine. How bizarre. How bizarre. All right. The re-sign phase. What do we got going on here? Corey Crawford, you were hot trash garbage. Get out. Mike Smith, you were actually pretty good last year. Of course, you started off on this team as well. We'll bring you back for the year. That's perfect. We'll see who else we can bring in. Riku Hellenius, you are gone. I'd like to free up some roster spots for other goalies, but you know what? For the moment, that's fine. Defensively, Chris Phillips. We got the signing rights to Chris Phillips. I don't have space for him. I probably don't even have space for Martinez. So Phillips is out. We'll qualify Martinez. We'll qualify Carl Alsner. Adam Party can go. I do love me some Matt Lashoff. We're going to keep him. But Ty Wishart can go. Hollick can go. Got to sign Brian Dumoulin to his ELC. Jackson is out. And that's it for that. Right wing side, Martin St. Louis. Now only asking for a 1-year deal. He wants a no movement clause. Should still be able to sign him on a no clause at 5.7 and a quarter. We'll see if he takes that. Adam Hall, not a bad fourth liner for us. In all honesty, I think we can keep Adam Hall. Yeah, that's not bad. He'll take it. I'm good with it. And he did. Shimmick, you're terrible. We'll sign Richard Panik to his ELC. Nobody else to worry about there. I still got a couple of fucking players I'd like to buy out just to get rid of their contracts. Corey Stillman, you are gone. Todd Fedoruk, you are gone. We will sign Kyle Clifford to his ELC. Hardiu is gone. Fraser McLaren is gone. We'll sign Marcus Foligno to his ELC. Former Portland Pirate Rob Klinkhammer is gone. And then at center, Steven Stamkos gets hit with the qualifying offer. Vernon Fiddler was good for us on the fourth line. If he's willing to sign that deal, I'm happy to keep him, and he is back. Paul Shashura, gone. Blair Jones, gone. Okay, now the big questions. If I were to buy out Ryan Malone, $1.5 million against the cap for 8 seasons. That's a lot of dead cap. Or at least for a very long time. I mean, technically I can get away with playing him on the third line. Like, he's not that bad. The problem is he has a freaking no movement clause, so I can't trade him unless he wants to be traded. I'm going to hold on to him. It's not worth it for that price. But yeah, I mean, he is essentially untradeable. So instead, we go to the right wing side. For Natero, we're just going to buy you out. 2 years, I mean, $92,000. Like, yeah, just get out. That way, we free up the roster spot. We'll do the same thing defensively, if need be. And we don't need to be, but it's the goalies. Honestly, we don't even need to do it there. I just wanted to get rid of that one dude because he was terrible. The goalies aren't as big of a deal. Okay. So Mike Smith is back. Marty rejected. We're still going to have to work with MSL here. I don't want to give him the no movement clause in case we suck and decide to trade him. So what if we go $6 million? He's not going up in interest at all. We'll try again without the no movement clause. Okay. The only way we're keeping Marty is if we say no movement clause. Let's try. Marty might walk, man. He might walk. I have to actually enter negotiations here. See if we can charm him at all. That failed. Talk about the organization. Smaller market size, buddy. Okay, we persuaded him on the market a little bit. In terms of the organization, how about that team status? Okay, well, we made up a little bit of ground, not a ton. 1-year deal. It's 5-7. That's fine. Can I give you a no movement clause? Full. That is the clause with the most protection possible. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that works. Hopefully it does with a little bit more organizational interest. Okay, MSL is back, thank God. Okay, we have not lost Marty. Only other thing to worry about is the Steven Stamkos offer, as well as like Martinez and Alzner. Let's take a look at Stammer here. He wants the full deal already. If we wanted to get him to the end of his RFA years, it would be 4 years and like $10 million. If we still wanted the chance to let him walk away. And that is a shitload of the cap. Like, we're at 17%. So you could argue trying to protect ourselves with the RFA years. Not totally the best because of the price. But it has its benefits. Does have its benefits to do that. Especially, too, we have a pretty young team. Like, MSL's 36. So, I mean, he'll be gone soon. Hedman will take that money. What's Martinez looking for? $3 million bucks. We only got 1 year left of RFA time with Martinez, too. Do we give Stamkos the big deal now? Or do we try to delay it for an extra $3 million bucks? Try 10.5 for 4 years for Stammer. We'll see if he'll take it. Will he take that deal? He did. Okay. Alzner took the qualifying offer. So Stamkos is around for 4 years, and then once that deal is up, he'll still be an RFA, meaning we have security in terms of compensation. So that's good. I mean, we are a young team, but we do have some old men on it, you know. Let's see, let's just get Matt Lashoff to sign. It's not a big deal. So Martinez is the last one to worry about. 3.5 for the year. See if he'll take that. Okay, he rejected. We'll let Martinez go to the market. See what offers are out there, see if there's any decent compensation, but he is the only one hitting the market, so that's not that bad. We do have to handle all the coaching staff nonsense. There's a couple of dudes available, but nobody that we really need. For the scouts, like our entire scouting department just left. But this is the first year where there's a bunch of good scouts, so... I got 16 scouts to send an offer to. So, chat, you know what that means. Give me something to talk about. Give me something to talk about, because I got nothing. These menus are slow. I'm having to hit buttons multiple times just to try to move through quickly. And is anybody really interested in hearing someone talk about how meh EA games are anymore, or 2K games for that matter? At least aspects of them. I don't know. Let's see. We got Doug Cam. Fairness, this is actually not taking too long. Christmas. Merry Christmas. We won't even go for the B-rated scouts, actually. It's fine. Okay. Free agency. First and foremost, RFAs. Oh, Baffle, I hope so, man. I'm excited for that game. Nobody too crazy. At least that would be worth the price it would cost to have to give up a crap load of money, right? Because like even Anton Strawman is a second round. But actually, Anton Strawman for a second isn't that bad. Right wing side, TJ Oshie is expensive as hell. Mike Blunden and Verleesen. What is offer sheet compensation? Anything over $1 million will cost at least a pick. That kind of sucks. Spac to RFA. Not giving Mike Blunden that much money. Let's just see if we can go 1025. See if we can snag him from Columbus. Left wing side, Blake Como, Matt Bolesky, Jesse Joensuu, Kendall McArdle, Dustin Jeffrey. Joensuu wouldn't be too bad. If, again, we can get him on the similar deal. Steal him away without any compensation. We'll try to do the same with Matt Bolesky. Pretty much all these guys. Let's just see if we can steal them away. Actually, honestly, can we even pull that off of Blake Como? No. Who are the RFA centers? Rob Schremp, James Shepard, Tom Pyatt or Taylor? Tom Pyatt. And Maxwell. Let's see if we can get James Shepard. Need a one-way deal. Thank you. 1025. The Moose. Playing all your favorite hits. Tom Pyatt. Again, see if we can be a little bit crafty for these guys. And then even Rob Schremp. Yeah, nope, he's too expensive. Okay, so UFA goalies. Faucoon, Anderson, Mason, Jaguar. Obviously, we have Mike Smith signed. Corey Crawford's not looking for money, but nor could he even demand money. He was terrible. What do we got for prospects? Just Crawford, Anton Khudobin, Thomas Greiss. I mean, Khudobin might be okay as the backup to Mike Smith. He's very inexpensive as well. Or we could have a really old tandem and go with Dwayne Rollison. Chris Mason was outstanding last year for Chicago. And again, we only have $6 million. I think we do want to keep the goaltending pretty cheap. Anton Khudobin, then. See if we can bring in Anton Khudobin. There we go. Quick and easy. Honestly, that's fine. Defensively, Giordano, Brian McCabe, Sergei Zubov is still out there. What do we got for prospects? Josh Georges, but he's 26. That doesn't really count. And then... yeah, nobody really out there for prospects right now. Right wing side, Dustin Byfuglien. Would love to bring in Dustin Byfuglien, but that organizational interest is working against us. What do we got for prospects? Byfuglien, Bernier, but again, they're not really prospects. Brower, D'Agostini. Do you have any high bottom sixes? Nope. Medium bottom sixes. There's Dale Weiss. Dale Weiss, Bobby Butler, Ryan Reeves, Matt Halischuk. I mean, we do need some people. I mean, that could work. Left wingers, Dawes and Kostitsyn, who are the top options. Paul Correa. That's too crazy, though. And then centers, Chris Drury, David Back. Wow, David Backus left Montreal. After being acquired for Yarrow Halak, he immediately left. That's crazy. Shit be crazy. We'll take that. especially after Montreal beat us in the playoffs. And then prospects, again, nobody too crazy. Well, if we take a look at the roster then, get a kind of preemptive depth chart filled out. Goalies, we have Smith and Khudobin with Tokarski and Janus behind him. We could sign John Gibson as well. Okay, so we can sign John Gibson. Can we sign Grubauer? No. Brossois? No. Domingue? No. And Pickard? No. Okay, so if Gibson's going to be the AHL starter, we have Tokarski as that extra goalie. So I do need one more goalie. That'll be easy enough. Defensively, is Martinez now a top 4 defenseman? He is. We got to decide between Martinez and Mazzaros. Or even Matthias Holland. His defense is in need of a lot. Especially on that right-hand side. So we have Hedman and Oland, maybe. Zaros / Martinez. Then we don't know, and we don't know. Whew. That's a rough go. Right wing side. We look at this, and this is, again, shaping up to be interesting. What's Tyler Ennis listed as? Playmaker? Okay. So we could go Radulov on the top line, Marty on the second, Ennis on the third, Hall on the fourth. That's not too bad. Left wing side, big improvement from Jeff Skinner this past season. So we have Skinner... And then who is the question? Like Malone on the third line, Gillies on the fourth. That's fine. Like, do we try to throw Gus Nyquist out there? And then centers. That's a bit easier. We have Stamkos, Vinny, Fisher, and Fiddler. Technically, the bottom 6 isn't looking that bad. We need another left wing for the top 6. That is what we need. Can't trade Olin because he's the only one that can play right. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, unless I wanted to, like, throw Gus Nyquist to the Wolves. Which I could. We are going to need an improvement. Granted, if we're trading Mazzaros or Martinez, that could be where the improvement comes from. So I don't think we have to spend big money here. But we do need some improvements. So UFA goalies. We need a like sub 69 overall goalie. Yeah, like Jeff Zatkoff isn't that bad. Guess he and Gibson could be the tandem. Is that way Gibson's still getting games? Is Zatkoff a backup? Oh, he's not. Justin fucking Pogge. That's how we test to see if Crash Andrews is still hanging out. Even the old goalies, I mean, there's a lot of filler goalies in there, you know? In a Sinziger, but I guess we'll go for Jeff Zatkoff. Bring in Zatkoff as that extra goalie. That way we at least have the 6. Defensively. Zubov still wants $5 million. That's not going to happen. Guess we just look at right side. In fairness, there's just nobody. Like, I can overspend on, like, Radek Martinek, Brent Sopel, Roman Polak. I guess, yeah, Radek Martinek. Oof, he is very particular about the price. Try to sign Radek Martinek. We'll try to sign Roman Polak just to play third pair. He wants a 3-year deal. Jesus Christ. I mean, whatever, I'll do it, just because what choice do I have? We'll see if Roman will sign. At least we'll have a physical defense. I don't think there were any... Again, we looked at, like, prospects before, and it really wasn't looking that good. Even for the medium sixes, everyone's like 25. Any high sevenths in the mix? No. Medium seven, Derek Jocelyn, Stu Bickle, Taylor Chorney. Honestly, we might as well sign him because I need people. So we'll bring in Taylor Chorney. Go one-year deal. That's fine. I really wish I could make a short list of players. You know, pin a player list here. It'd be much easier. Stuart Bickle. Let's bring you in. Big face puncher that he is. And who else do we have? For a younger player that might still be able to develop a bit. Derek Jocelyn, former Worcester Shack. All right. And then left wing. I'd love to go for Paul Correa. He's too expensive. There's Vinny Prospel. I think we do just rely on whatever defender can bring us back a return for a left wing. Either that or Gustav Nyquist gets a hell of a chance. We are a little bit limited. Let's see. Again, in terms of prospects, can we try to sign Buff? He's too expensive. We only have $5.6 million in cap space. That's exactly what he's looking for, but we're going to have to overspend to get him to come here. Plus, he wants a no movement clause. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Bufflin because the guys that we're signing aren't going to cost much in terms of cap, but don't hold your breath. Ooh, Nick Bonino. I missed Nick Bonino when I looked earlier. We will definitely go for Nick Bonino. Fucking Bonino. Welcome in, Nick Bonino. Let's see. Got 9 pending contracts right now. I got to be a little bit careful. Any other younger player like 24 or younger? Low 9 for D'Agostini. D'Agostini is an interesting one, though, because he's already a 78. I really don't like low 9 potential, but honestly, maybe Matt D'Agostini is a decent little fit for this team. All right, let's see what offers go through here. Again, if Bufflin's still somehow available, I will consider it. We're going to have all of these freaking scouts accepting offers. So this will take a minute. Vinny can play left wing. That's true. It is true. There is a chance LeCavalier could end up on the wing. Let's see, we got Radek Martinek. We got Roman Polak. That's good. Matt Bolesky, we don't know yet. Oh, that's right. I sent all those offers to the RFAs. Shepard said no. Blunden said yes. So did Pyatt. Yoan Su said no, but again, teams have a chance to match. Blunden matched for the Blue Jackets. Tom Pyatt stays with Montreal. We got Matt Bolesky for nothing. That's cool. As opposed to, you know, the fucking ridiculous contract the Bruins gave. Whoops! Hit the wrong button. Well, let's see if Bufflin's still there. He's gone. We weren't going to be able to afford him anyway, but damn. All right. Well, we got 2 contract offers out now. It just must be RFAs. Otherwise, who the hell are those 2 out to? I mean, Martinez is still there. Let's double check for forwards here. Anybody else with some shape or form of potential that we can fill out this roster with? The medium bottom 6 is TJ Gagliardi. Where you can go for Mr. Gagliardi. Why does it have to bring me back to the top every time? I hate it. I hate it so much. Victor Tikhonov. Former Coyote prospect. Let's see, anybody else? Dale Weiss. Still there. Maybe if you're on Tampa, Milan Lucic won't threaten to kill you in a handshake line. Colton Sevier, Oscar Mahler, Ryan Reeves is still out there. Andrew Desjardins, Marc-Andre Cliche, Matt Halischuk, Ryan White. There's a bunch of dudes. A bunch of dudes. Mark fucking Mancari. Unfortunately, he's already 26. Luke Adam. Low bottom 6 for him, though. I'm going to have to make a running tally here of who actually the best of the best happen to be in terms of age and potential. So you got Kaspar Daugavins at 75 and 23. Bobby Butler at 76 at 74. 76 and 24, I should say. So is Jack Skilly. Let's see. Eric Condra, technically worse than those 2. Rich Clune, technically worse than those 2. You got Ryan White, 72 overall at 23. Matt Halischuk, same as Daugavins. Marc-Andre Cliche, technically worse than Butler and Skilly. Desjardins is in the mix with Skilly and Butler. So was Ryan Reeves. Oscar Mahler looks pretty good, though. 75 at 22. Sevier's a 73 at 22. Let's go for Colton Sevier and Oscar Mahler. They are actually the best of the bunch. Youngest of the bunch as well, but... And then we'll save a couple of roster spots in case of pending trades. So there you go, Oscar Mahler. Come on down. There we go. So what is going to happen with Martinez is the question. If he's going to sign or not. No one's going to offer sheet the guy, so kind of limited in what we can do here. And yep, nobody signed him. Okay. Well, we do know somebody's got to go. Goalies. I do still need to sign John Gibson as well. Let's go do that right now because I will forget. Let's go sign Gibson. Put you straight in the AHL for development. Full roster, it says, son of a bitch. Well, I tried. Oh man, we can sign Charlie Coyle and Rocco Grimaldi as well. Where the hell did those extra contract spots even come from then? We'll figure it out. So from the goaltending perspective, can I get rid of the Janus? No. Well, it's worth a shot. Defensively, Martinez or Mazzaros, somebody's got to go. What are the offers for Martinez on the board? A second. Jason Blake and a third. Teemu Solane, I wish. Andre Pavlik and a fourth. JP Dumont. I don't really have space for Dumont unless we don't play Tyler Ennis. Also, Dumont got flipped over to Atlanta from Nashville. Alex Frolov. Andre Sekera, who also hasn't signed. Two-thirds. I mean, 2/3 for Martinez is okay. Oh, good. Rafi Torres. We're not doing that. Second round pick and Nick Delorier. That's not too bad. Second and a third from Nashville, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Vancouver. Second and a third is a decent little return. I'd love to get Teemu Solane. He's expensive as shit and doesn't play the wing I need him to play. So second and a third. I think there's a decent presumption Nashville won't be very good this year. Mr. Martinez, we'll see you later. It's nice having you, but you gotta go. And the question is, I need to take a look at some of the roster development, but I also do need to get rid of some people. Yeah, in terms of like potentials that aren't going to pan out and shit like that, I need to be able to sign John Gibson. Yeah, so we'll manual trade this bad boy. It's fine, just because we're not going to get anything crazy back anyway. So, as a way to clear out some contracts, because it's got to be done. Honestly, Tokarski, the Janus, low sevenths, Lashoff, and Alou. Hate to say it, but I mean, I just can't get Alou to develop at this point. And there's just a lot of medium bottom sixes in the running. Out of these medium bottom sixes, kind of look for the best and the worst of the bunch. Honestly, there's nobody that's particularly bad, though. Derek Grant is a high bottom six. It's only a 66 at 21. He was not looking too good. The Elite 1C. Bonino. All right. Tokarski, Janus, Lashoff, Alou, and Grant. I mean, Anaheim only has 30 contracts signed, so they could certainly use it. So, Twins, what's going on, dude? I'm doing good. As I know some people are burned out on this game. I'm still having fun. Probably because I don't play it, all the time. I got a 4th round pick for all of this. Thank you very much, Anaheim. If anything, I did you a favor. There you go. Now we got the roster spots I wanted. Back over to contracts. Unsigned. John Gibby Gibson. Get him signed. Charlie Coyle. We'll get him signed. And Rocco Grimaldi. We'll get him signed as well. Because those guys can all immediately play in the AHL. So goalies, Smith and Hedobin. You got Zatkoff and Gibson. Honestly, let's sign another goalie and bump up Zatkoff. We need an AHL level goalie below John Gibson in terms of a rating. Let's see, we're going to want to start looking at like 68s. Kyoto. Twins, no, they normally wait until the end of the season. Jay Fallon. Dalton. Zaba. Tall ass goat. Jason Massanen. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be a 1-year deal. Let's go for Kyoto, I guess. Chiodo, I'm not sure what he preferred. There we go. Andy Chiodo, welcome in. We needed you to literally just take up a damn roster spot. Let's see, we'll bump up Zatkoff as the 3rd goalie. Although right now we don't have to because preseason training and everything. So defensively, we got Hedman, who is now a top 2 defenseman. Mazzaros, Olin, Carl Alsner has made the team. So that's probably it right there. Hedman, Mazzaros, Alsner on the left, Olin, Martinek, and Pollock on the right. Ooh, TJ Brennan's now a depth defenseman. Dude, like we have 2 right-handed defensemen, though. This is insane. So many depth defensemen, though. Radulov, San Luis. We know D'Agostini's not going to make the team. Old St. Louis, San Luis. Tyler Ennis may just make the team. We got Skinner, Malone, Bolesky, and Gillies are both ready. Nyquist could get the call up. Unless I give like a second line spot or a third line spot to like Matt Bolesky. Which, I don't know, maybe. And then centers, Stamkos, LeCavalier, Fisher, Bonino, and Fiddler are both depth defensemen. Hodgson's a depth defenseman. Okay. Cool. All right, so we are going to have to figure out training, goals for the season, all that fun stuff, which we can do. But, I mean, it's probably going to be pretty straightforward, I would imagine. But I could foresee some mid-season trades in our future to try and fix some of the holes in this lineup.